People don't fall in love with you by accident. There's a reason behind every spark, every connection, every heartbreak. And Carl Jung discovered it all comes down to just 3 reasons. Reason 1, the mirror of the unconscious. They say love is a mystery that can't be explained. But Carl Jung believed love is not random. It's a dance between 2 unconscious minds, a reflection of everything we hide, desire, and fear. When someone falls in love with you, it's never just because of your looks, your words, or your charm. It's because, on some deeper level, you awaken something hidden inside them. According to Jung, people fall in love for 3 psychological reasons, and the first one is the most powerful. You become their mirror. You reflect back the parts of them they've forgotten, denied, or never dared to explore. Every person carries a hidden self, what Jung called the shadow. It's made of unexpressed emotions, suppressed desires, and disowned qualities. And when someone meets you, and you reflect that forgotten part of them, they feel an instant spark. They can't explain it, but they feel drawn toward you like a magnet. This attraction is not about you, it's about them. It's their own lost energy trying to return home through you. The quiet man who falls for a loud, confident woman. The disciplined person who falls for someone wild and unpredictable. The person who's always logical but falls for someone emotional and free-spirited. These are not coincidences. These are the unconscious searching for balance. Jung said that love begins with projection. We project onto others the qualities that live in our own shadow. That's why you can meet someone and feel like you've known them forever. It's not because your souls met in another life. It's because, psychologically, they carry the piece you've been missing. They become the living symbol of what your soul secretly craves. But here's the truth. The first stage of love is illusion. You don't fall in love with the real person. You fall in love with your own reflection shining through them. That's why the first phase of love always feels magical. You think you found the one, but what you've really found is your own unconscious self, dressed as someone else. And this is why the same relationships that feel like heaven in the beginning can turn into emotional storms later. When the projection fades, you start to see the real person, their flaws, their fears, their boundaries. The fantasy breaks. And this is the moment where most people run away thinking love has died. But Jung would say, this is where real love begins. Because now you're no longer seeing an illusion. You're seeing a human being. When someone falls for you, they're falling for what you awaken in them. But if you want that love to last, it has to evolve beyond projection. It has to move toward awareness. The people who fall for you because of this mirror effect often don't even realize it. They'll say things like, "You make me feel alive," or "I've never met anyone like you." But what they really mean is, "You've shown me a part of myself I didn't know existed." That's the first secret of love Jung revealed. People fall for you because you awaken their hidden self. You're not just a person to them. You're an experience, a reflection, a mirror to their unconscious world. But this is only the beginning, because once the mirror fades, love faces its second test, transformation. Reason 2, love as a path of transformation. Once the mirror stage fades, something deeper begins. The fantasy dissolves and the truth begins to rise. This is where most relationships either grow or die, because now, love is no longer about illusion. It's about transformation. Carl Jung believed that love is not meant to keep you comfortable. It's meant to awaken you. Real love challenges your ego. It forces you to confront the very parts of yourself you've been avoiding. This is the second reason people fall in love with you, because your presence transforms them. You don't just give them comfort. You shake something inside them. You break patterns they've been trapped in for years. You bring light to their darkness, and sometimes that light burns. Jung said that true love always demands growth, and growth never comes without pain. Think about the people who changed you the most. They weren't always the easiest to love. They pushed you, they triggered you. They made you see sides of yourself you didn't want to face. That's what transformation feels like. It's uncomfortable, raw, but deeply real. And when someone meets you and you become the catalyst for their transformation, they fall in love with you, not because you make them happy, but because you make them wake up. Jung believed that every meaningful connection carries a lesson. You don't meet people by accident. You meet them because your soul is ready to learn something new. Some come to teach you patience. Some come to teach you boundaries. Some come to teach you self-worth. And some, the most powerful ones, come to break you open. so you can rebuild yourself stronger. When people fall in love with you in this second stage, it's because you've touched their soul in a way no one else could. You've made them see life differently. You've given them courage to change. You've awakened their desire to grow. This kind of love feels heavier, more serious, and often more painful, but it's also the most meaningful. That's why Jung said, the meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. Love is not supposed to leave you the same. When it's real, it changes the way you think, the way you feel, and the way you see the world. In this second phase, people don't just love you for what you give them. They love you for what you bring out of them. You help them evolve into a higher version of themselves. You show them what's possible. You reflect their potential, not just their shadow. But here's the paradox. Transformation through love is never peaceful. It's beautiful, but it's also messy. Because when you awaken someone's soul, you also awaken their wounds. They might resist it. They might pull away. They might even blame you for the emotions they feel. Sadness, anger, fear. But deep down, something inside them knows that you've changed them forever. People remember the ones who awaken them. Even if the relationship doesn't last, the impact does. That's why years later, they might still think of you and feel that quiet ache in their chest. Because you were the turning point in their life. The person who showed them who they truly were. So remember, when someone falls in love with you, it's often not just for your kindness or beauty. It's because your energy carries the power to transform them. You awaken their potential, their wounds, their desire to grow. You make them confront their inner truth. That's the second great secret Jung revealed. Love is not about completion, it's about evolution. People don't fall in love with you because you fit their life perfectly. They fall in love because your soul touches theirs in a way that changes both of you forever. But there's one more level, a love that feels beyond time, beyond reason, beyond logic. The third reason people fall in love with you is the deepest of all. It's not projection or transformation. It's something older, something eternal. Reason 3. The resonance of souls after projection fades and transformation begins. A third force sometimes awakens, something rare, timeless, and almost sacred. It's not about illusion, not even about growth anymore. It's about recognition. Carl Jung called it the resonance of the soul, the moment when two inner worlds vibrate at the same frequency. It's not something you create, it just happens. And when it does, you feel it instantly. This is the third reason people fall in love with you. Because your soul resonates with theirs. It's the kind of connection that defies logic. You meet someone for the first time and it feels like you've known them forever. There's no need to impress, no masks to wear, no pretending. The silence feels comfortable. The eyes feel familiar. The presence feels safe. That's not coincidence, it's resonance. Jung believed that beneath all our individual stories and memories lies something universal, what he called the collective unconscious. It's a shared field of symbols, instincts, and memories that connects every human being. Sometimes two people's souls recognize each other through that collective space. You could say it's a memory older than this lifetime, but even if you don't believe in that, you can't deny that certain people just fit your soul. When this kind of connection happens, it feels effortless. You don't have to chase it, define it, or control it. It simply exists. These are the people who understand you without explanation. They see you beyond words, beyond appearances, beyond ego. With them, you feel seen for who you truly are. Not for your image, not for your achievements, but for your essence. But here's something Jung would remind us. Even this soul resonance isn't meant to make you dependent. It's meant to remind you of something deeper inside yourself. These connections come into your life to awaken your memory of wholeness, to remind you that love was never outside you. It's been within you all along. That's why such relationships often have a strange balance of peace and intensity. You feel calm and safe, yet deeply moved. You don't need to talk much, yet every silence feels full of meaning. You don't need to explain why you care, you just do. It's like two pieces of the same song finally playing together in harmony. This kind of love can last a lifetime, or sometimes just a moment. But its impact lasts forever. You could spend years apart and still feel connected. you could meet once and never forget. Because it's not about time. It's about energy. Jung once wrote, "The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are." When two people both walk that path of self-discovery, their energies begin to align, and that alignment creates love that feels divine. So when people fall in love with you, it's not luck. It's not just beauty or personality or charm. It's because something about your presence speaks to their unconscious mind. You mirror their hidden self. You challenge their ego to grow. You resonate with their soul's frequency. That's why love feels so powerful. Because it's not just between two bodies, it's between two inner worlds. Think about it. The mirror draws them to you. The transformation keeps them growing with you, and the resonance makes them feel complete around you. And that's the psychology of love, not just emotions, but the journey of consciousness itself. Jung didn't see love as a fairy tale. He saw it as the fire that forges the soul. Every connection, every heartbreak, every spark. It's all part of the alchemy that makes you whole. So the next time someone falls in love with you, remember, it's never random. They see in you the reflection of what they're missing, the challenge they need, or the soul they recognize. And the next time you fall in love, ask yourself, what part of me is being reflected right now? What truth is this person awakening in me? Because love is the universe's most honest mirror. It doesn't just show you another person, it shows you yourself. And maybe that's the greatest lesson Carl Jung ever taught about love. We don't find love. We become it.